A Peter Griffin skin would be cool, as well as motorcycles. But here are 30 updates Fortnite should add. Starting off with weapon attachments. These would be similar to the weapon attachments in Call of Duty, except you wouldn't have to unlock them. And you could find them around the map. Or upgrade your weapons with specific parts to craft or make weapon attachments. And a few cool ones could be a silencer, target finder, extended mags, and more. And if they introduce attachments, well, I think they'd have to bring mobile back as well. Because Fortnite Mobile got banned by Apple almost a year ago since the airing of this video. And I'm sure everyone wants them to bring mobile back since we all love the mobile community. But the only thing we can do at the moment is hope Epic wins in court against Apple. It is crazy that all happened over V-Bucks related stuff, but I'm sure everyone wants more V-Bucks because that's exactly what we need. More ways to get V-Bucks, because not everyone has nor wants to spend all their money on V-Bucks, would be great. And since new items get released regularly, I feel like they should give players ways to get free V-Bucks from time to time, such as spinning a wheel or daily login rewards, similar to how it is in Save the World. And if they do that, more players will be able to buy the Peter Griffin skin if they ever release one, because it was leaked back in February that we were supposed to be getting a Family Guy skin, but of course it hasn't happened yet. Let's hope they haven't completely scrapped the idea or anything. And if they do add Peter, they should add the surfing bird emote with it as well. Now that would be cool, just like Rick's portal gun being added into the game. Because when they did the Marvel collab in Chapter 2 Season 4, they released mythic weapons to go along with NPCs, so I feel like they should start doing that now for crossover NPCs, and Rick's portal gun would be able to teleport you around the map, but the drawback would be a 30 to 60 second recharge time. Then it might be a little too late for this season. But next season, we need more bosses and mythic weapons in general, similar to how it was during Chapter 2 Seasons 2, 3, and 4. Because now there are barely any mythic weapons around the map. Then there are more NPCs than bosses, and mythics make the game way more enjoyable since players' main goals are to use them each game. And NPCs don't have vaults like the bosses, because unlocking the vault used to be so enjoyable since you knew for a fact that you and your squad were going to get some really good loot no matter what game mode you were in. Then what I think made it better was that the locations that had vaults were hot drops. And I don't see why they didn't give Rick a vault. Or they could keep the NPCs and allow you to trade weapons with them. Because at the moment, the only thing you can do with NPCs is accept quests or buy items using your gold, which most players don't do. I don't know why they haven't added the option to trade weapons with them, similar to how you can with villagers in Minecraft. Then speaking of Minecraft, they should add more potions, like Minecraft as well. Since we only have shield potions in the game, and we've had them since the beginning of Fortnite Battle Royale, so I think it's high time they add more potions. And some examples could be a speed potion, invisibility potion, a few more like that, have fun with it. Or NPCs could sell you limited time perks, so that certain situations wouldn't affect your health. Like maybe a ghost perk, so that you wouldn't be detected by weapons like the recon scanner. Or something similar to the quartermaster in Call of Duty that would speed up the time it takes for your items to recharge. And most definitely flak jacket to reduce explosive damage. Or any fire damage actually, but we most definitely need a fire extinguisher in the game. I mean, we've got gas cans and firefly jars in the game, both of which can start fires. And when the fires start, they spread like crazy and do a ton of damage per second. So a fire extinguisher would be the perfect item to put a fire out with. Simple. And with fire being so annoying, they could give you an option to change campfires as well. Because if you're using a campfire, but you already have max health, you should be able to throw a big pot in the campfire and make it so that it gives you and other players shields. Or just bring Siphon back to public matches. Not many players wanted this removed, but Fortnite said they had to remove it since it made a good percentage of players stop playing the core game modes. Then it'd help with overbuilders since you'd only be able to have 1500 max materials instead of 3000. Plus, you wouldn't have to farm and loot for half of the game. And you didn't have to do that with Booga's late game arena mode, because you'd spawn in with loot and materials and get to fighting straight away. I think this is a game mode that Fortnite should bring back as a permanent one, since so many players enjoyed it, and it's the perfect practice for players trying to improve it competitive. I mean, they did remove stretched resolution, which gave players competitive advantages, but they could release an FOV field of view slider. I mean, other games have this feature, such as Call of Duty, and that'd make it to where you're able to use it on any platform, not just PC, like stretched resolution. That would even things out, make it fair, and the player wouldn't be modifying the game files to do it. And honestly, just more graphics settings in general would be beneficial. They should give players the option to use new or classic graphics settings. This wouldn't hurt anyone because you have some players who just prefer the older graphics settings that we used to have in the earlier days of Fortnite. And you never know, it might even help boost some players' FPS. Then speaking of classic stuff, the Zapatron should return, since everyone knows what it is. Still, practically no one has ever had the chance to use it since it was vaulted in 30 minutes during Season 0. And I'm sure they could make some adjustments to the Zapatron before re-releasing it so that it wouldn't be insanely overpowered. Then not only do we need the Zapatron back, but we also need Kevin the Cube back. There aren't as many fun things and secrets on the map in Chapter 2 compared to Chapter 1, but there could be a good chance of the cube returning since Donald Mustard teased it on Twitter and said it'll return if you subscribe to the channel! But the cube was spotted during Ariana Grande's live event as well. Then not everyone got the chance to see all the cool live events, so they should add replayable live events. Because we all know it's better to see the events in person rather than just watching them on YouTube. And this could be similar to the replay system, but still, you get to go to and watch any old live event and interact with everything that happened during the event like you were actually there during the time it was live. This would be really cool for some people, but what would benefit even more players would be for account merging to return. There are so many players out there who have their skins on their other accounts that they wish they could take and use on their main accounts. If they were to re-release account merging, they'd have to add more verification steps. Then that way there wouldn't be as much scamming going on. And when you think more about it, it seems like they remove everything cool that's skin related, including refunds, because almost no OG player has any refunds left, and we haven't received any more in years. So it'd be good if they were to give players, say 3 refunds each season, or even 1 would be an improvement, but that way you'd be able to get your V-Bucks back for skins you bought in the last 30 days that you don't care about. Then with refunds not really being in the game, that does nothing but stack people's lockers with skins they don't care for. So to combat this, it'd be good if they were to add locker folders. These would be folders you could create in your locker that would help you categorize it so that it would be more organized and more accessible for you to find your items. I'd probably have a tryhard skin folder. Yeah, for sure. I do wish I could show everyone the combos that'd be in my folder, but it'd also be cool if they were to add online locker presets. This would allow you and other players around the world to share your combos so that other players could see them. Then you'd also be able to save other people's presets if you wanted to use them and own the items they used to make the presets. We could also use more biomes around the map, since there currently aren't very many biomes in the game at the moment. They should add a few more, like how it is in Minecraft. But if they're to do this, I think they should add environmental weather with it as well. This would add way more action to the game. It would be cool if they made the weather on the map change instead of it just being sunny all the time. I mean, really, wouldn't it be awesome if they made it rain, snow, or even flood in various places around the map? But if they wouldn't want to do it on the core playlist, it'd be perfect for an LTM. UAVs would also be a cool addition to the game that wouldn't do any harm, because they would be just like the recon scanner, but the only difference would be that you'd have to buy it from an NPC. It'd show red dots on your minimap where players are located for 15 to 20 or even 30 seconds the way it is in Call of Duty. And if they were to add this, some players would probably like to change where their map is located on the screen. So it would be a good idea to add a customizable HUD. And they have this on mobile, so it shouldn't be too hard for them to add it on every other platform. Some players would like to change their HUD layouts to match their personal preferences. Then speaking of customizable stuff, I still don't know why Fortnite hasn't added a color wheel. This would be perfect for picking colors for your banner icon, so everyone wouldn't have to use the same shades of colors when using banner skins and items. It should also give players the option to make their own gradients. You should also be able to use these or wraps on vehicles. Then a perfect vehicle that Fortnite needs to add is the motorcycle. If they ever decide to add motorcycles, they could make them around the same speed as the Ferrari and give you the option to boost and pop wheelies on them. Stylin'! I know you and your friends would love those. But it's also annoying having a ton of players added that you don't play with. So Fortnite also needs to add a mass delete option so you can clear out your friends list quickly if it's overcrowded. Just a few ideas there. Click on this video on the screen.